Hello friends, so currently I am recording this video using the Sony ZV-1 in 4K 25 frames per second, and in this video I'm actually going to share all the experiences that I faced while using the camera. So without any further ado, let's get started. So Sony has marketed this as a vlogging camera, but I have not had the chance to actually go outside and do any kind of vlogging. So I have been using this to shoot my YouTube videos, and if that's something that you're looking for, then stick around, else you feel free to skip. Now the number one reason for me to buy this camera was that I prefer compact setups with the least amount of learning curve, and the Sony ZV-1 fits right into that category. It's a compact, easy to use digital camera and extremely reliable. Now, I am no expert in camera department, but even for me the Sony ZV-1 was kind of intuitive to use. These menus may seem overwhelming at first, but trust me, you will get the gist of it pretty fast. Typically videos start with pros and then move on towards the cons, but I don't want to waste your time, so let's get the cons out of the way so that you know right away whether the Sony ZV-1 is the right camera for you. The first con is it can only shoot up to a maximum of 40K 25 fps or 30 fps based on whether it's a PAL format or an NTSC. You can't shoot 4K higher than those frames, but if you're shooting 1080p, then you can go up to 120 frames per second or 100, and if it's slow motion it's either 960 fps or 1000. The second con that I noticed is that the touchscreen is only limited to selecting the point of focus. You cannot do anything else on the screen using the touch functionality. All controls are via the physical buttons on the back of the camera. The third con is its battery would only last 45 minutes of video shooting at a stretch, and it charges using the micro USB instead of the USB-C. Removing and replacing batteries are also a pain. If you have mounted it onto a stand, then you have to unscrew it each time to get the battery. The way to get around this is to charge the camera while it's in use via the USB port. Another thing I have noticed is that if you use it as a vlogging camera, then at arm's length its field of view is not that wide. So in case you want to show something in the background, then this may be limiting at times. Also, if you select super steady mode, then it crops in even further. This does not have an interchangeable lens setup like DSLR, so you are pretty much stuck with the lens that it comes with. Now these were the only limitations that I felt were significant enough in the long run. If these are deal breakers for you, then Sony ZV-1 is not the right product for your use case. But if these are fine, then the pros far outweigh the cons by a huge margin. The first pro that I want to talk about is the excellent autofocus. It rarely suffers from focus hunting, which sometimes happens when you move around and the camera or the phones is trying to hunt where to focus on. It has an excellent bokeh effect or portrait effect. Amazing video quality. The sensor size does play a great role. If you are someone who has been shooting all your videos on a smartphone, then you can definitely notice the difference. It's a bit more crispier, especially after putting it through the editing process. There is also a button that you click for the background defocus and instantly blurs the background and keeps you in focus. The second custom button is the product showcase, where the camera will focus on a product you are presenting to your viewers instead of constantly focusing only on your face. It has an inbuilt ND filter for outdoor shooting. It has fully articulating screen and the lens is 24 to 70 mm full frame. It has a nice hot shoe provision for attaching external accessories. It has 3 mic array with decent audio quality, but if you're finicky about getting consistent audio quality, then use some kind of an external microphone. I would not recommend depending solely on the inbuilt mic. Most important of all is the video quality. You can be the judge of that. I shot this video using the ZV-1 at 4K 20 fps. edited and exported it at the same. So the ZV-1 is a unique camera with a specific set of user styles in mind. Personally, I prefer the ZV-1 to my iPhone or the Samsung phones. Overall, I would give it a 4 out of 5 rating. If it had 4K 60 FPS, that would have been the best. So that's all guys for this video. If you found this helpful, or if you want some more in-depth analysis of ZV-1, please add comments in the comment section. Until then, goodbye. Thank you.